Hey everyone, it's the dude here, and I'm here to talk to you today about Bob Lazar. So, in conversations regarding the potential for alien life among our universe, no topic has been more controversial than Bob Lazar. Bob Lazar first came into light in May of 1989 when he claimed to work at a top secret government facility called S4 near Area 51 in Nevada. What he shared with the world that day forever changed his life, as well as the public's opinion on whether or not alien life form existed at all. So Lazar was under the impression, whenever he was first offered the job at S4, that he was being hired to help develop advanced propulsion engines, which he was, in a sense. But he goes on to say that he was actually hired by the government to aid in reverse engineering the power and propulsion system of an extraterrestrial spacecraft, and to see if the technology could be duplicated using materials of this Earth. In his 1989 interview with George Knapp of KLAS Las Vegas, Lazar states that while he was at S4, there were 9 UFO spacecrafts. Some of these were perfectly intact and operational. Others, like the one that he worked on, were being disassembled for further research. He goes on to say that these UFOs had an energy source that was not of this world, called Element 115, and that they had an antimatter reactor as well as a gravitational propulsion system. So, what exactly does that mean in layman's terms? Well, Element 115 is capable of generating its own gravitational energy and was the fuel that powered the reactor. So, this, in conjunction with the gravitational propulsion system, allowed the spacecraft to bend light and space around it. That gives it the ability to move through space at near light speeds. That sounds like something from a sci-fi movie, doesn't it? Or am I crazy? Here's some audio from Bob Lazar as he describes what exactly it was that he worked on.
Underneath this floor, there are three large cylindrical devices. These are on mounts that allow them to completely swivel up to 180 degrees and in 360 degree rotation. Directly above each one is a small rectangular object. This is on the floor above. And these are the gravity amplifiers themselves. Looking down from the top, you'd have the center. In the very center, there is a small reactor. Surrounding this, in 3 equally spaced areas, are the amplifiers. So this is looking at it sideways, this is looking at it down from the top. And under these amplifiers, underneath, on the floor below, are the gravity emitters. So it's the reactor here powering the gravity amplifiers. Gravity amplifiers output goes into the gravity emitters at the bottom, and the resulting gravity beam or anti-gravity wave can be pretty much put anywhere you want to. There was another level up here. Now I had access and was permitted to view and look at the operation of this main level with the gravity amplifiers and the level below the gravity emitters. There is a level above which consisted of these 2 areas that I'm not all that familiar with. I assume these to be some sort of navigational engine. People call these large black rectangular areas on the top portholes. I believe they were some planar sensor array that just took in information from the surrounding area, whether it be patterns of stars or what have you. And there was their version of a computer or something to make determinations here that takes input from those sensors and then let the craft know how to orient itself and where it was in space. So that's what I assumed to be up there. I don't know for a fact. Again, that was not part of my job, and I was only led to believe that. The center antenna is really an extension of the reactor in the center, and that's a waveguide, which allows the emission of the gravity wave, which forms kind of a heart shape over the whole craft. That's how it creates its distortion. These gravity emitters can be swung all the way up to 180 degrees. And this allows the craft to essentially stand on two of them and hover, while this one swings up and creates a distortion in front of it, allowing the craft to slide forward. So that's how their low power mode, Omicron configuration operate. The Delta configuration uses all three, and unlike science fiction movies where you see flying saucers just flying along like that, they actually fly belly first. The craft flies along, leaves the atmosphere of the planet, it turns its belly to the destination, the three amplifiers focus in on the destination, and that's how it proceeds. So that's basically the operation of it and overall how things were laid out inside the craft.
So that's all I had for you guys today. Thank you very much for watching. I don't know about you, but I fully believe in everything that Bob Lazar is saying. I also happen to believe that we are not the only ones in the universe. But feel free to do your own research, and make sure you check out the Netflix documentary Bob Lazar, Area 51 and Flying Saucers. It's very informative, and I'll allow you guys to make your own opinions. Anyway, thanks for watching.